going on, everybody? Dogman Dan here. We are in Need for Speed. I guess 2015 now. It's the PC version. So, been playing it for a little bit. It's going to be a little bit different here. I'm going to just kind of try to play a little bit and kind of talk to you at the same time. We'll see how this goes. Kind of like the first video for it here, if you will. Now that I've been playing it a little bit, has it met my expectations of what I was hoping? You know, did EA finally step up by holding it off a little bit longer and that type of stuff? These are the things we're going to kind of talk about here in a minute while this is loading up. So, first off, yeah, I've been playing it a little bit. I got it on I found a website that I could get it nice and cheap, so I did. Because of having been burned from EA for the past couple of years in terms of Need for Speed games, I didn't want to go ahead and throw $60 or more at a game and not be sure. So I searched and searched and searched and found it for roughly half off when I went to get this, just as FYI. So there's my Subaru BRZ Premium, if you will. Let's go ahead and see if we can just kind of take a quick look at the car. I put a body kit on it. I've done a little bit of customization to it. I got my customized license plate there, a little DMD, if you will. Got the Ninja Boy off the back window. Fully tinted blackout tint on the windows, if you will. Yeah, I haven't changed the rims yet. Still sticking with the rims as they are, but as we go through the process, let me just kind of come back here. As we go through the process, you level. As you level, you can get different performance parts, and this will just kind of quickly go through it here. So I've got, I'll show you. You've got the air filter, cooling system, intake manifold, fuel system, force induction, electrical systems, ignitions, ECU, engine block, camshaft, cylinder heads, exhaust manifold, exhaust systems, clutch, nitro system. I've put the action nitro system on. Just kind of show you what that is. It regenerates, refills, if you will, based off of doing driving actions like drifting, missing, near missing, oncoming, error, slipping, and all that type of stuff. You could go with a straight time refill, but I was like, I'll just go with this and just run the 10-pound capacity at this moment. Suspension, differential, tires. You've got multiple versions of tires. You've got the GRP, which are the grip tires. You can see tire traction at the bottom there on the screen. You can go with the Plus Drift tires. You can go with the Excess grip tires, if you will. You know, these are the GeForce. Not quite at the level yet. As you can see, it is based off of your level. So, you know, everything's level locked per se. So you have to play in order to get to you know, different stuff. But currently I've got the grips on. I can still drift, not as easily, but I can still drift. Brakes, hand brakes, sway bars, so forth and so on. As you can see, we'll come in here again. This is what I've got equipped. Next one unlocks at level 28, level 47, so forth and so on. Okay, just so you can see that. Come out here. You can also do some tuning. I haven't really gotten too much into tuning. I'm kind of keeping that straight in the center right now until I kind of get up there into level, and then kind of go with what I want to do. Tire pressure, steering response, brake assist off, on, you know, drive stability assist, kind of go back and forth. I've just been messing around with everything, and you know, until I get it the way I am. I've been playing it both with the steering, well, not the steering wheel, with a controller now. Recently I started using the controller and with the keyboard, and I was doing just fine with the keyboard, which is kind of amazing. Okay, and then you got a whole bunch of different things. See, I've still got visual in terms of customizations that I haven't fully unlocked yet. Okay, as you can see, some stuff is unlocked, some stuff is not, type of stuff. But yeah, you can definitely do different stuff. So you can visual paints and wraps. You can apply, wrap, different types of wraps, and I've got a body kit on there right now. Let me come back over here to my BRZ setup that I've made so far. And I'll get better with this, but extreme amounts of customization, editing in Paint. If you guys ever played Need for Speed World, if you ever played any of the earlier like Underground that had a lot of customization and stuff, this kind of has that feel because it's got a lot of customizations in it. In terms of decals, just wait for it. Just wait for it. Let's say we choose the right window. Let's see. Add a decal. Boom. Look at this. We've got pages and pages and pages of different decals you can put all over your car, all the way up until straight up letters if you want to. So the customization in terms of setting up the car visually the way you want it to is here. You've got some pretty decent customization in terms of painting as well, if you will. You can paint in several different ways. Straight up paint. You can do chrome, metallic, clear coat, if you will, like that. I haven't chromed it, but I could chrome it. Satin. Matter of fact, while we're sitting here, I'm about to chrome this bad boy. There we go. Chrome, chrome, chroma, chroma, chroma. Yep, I want to save that. Oh, that looks so sweet now. Look at that. We're going to save it to my BRZ save. So I have that for down the road. And we'll come back here. Handling and tuning, like I said, you get the visual customization. So this is definitely very nice here, this whole garage setup, the way it works. Let me view my car here. Enter. Look at that. That is just beautiful. Beautiful. And the glow, I mean, that's just awesome. In terms of FPSs and everything, you know what? They've done a great job with this. I'm glad they took their time because, quite frankly, I have no FPS drops. I'm holding that nice steady frames throughout the gameplay, no matter what I do. We're going to get to that here in a second. You can see my bad driving. I am going to go ahead, boom, print that. That will be a thumbnail, if you will. I'm using a little bit of both keyboard when I'm in these menus, and I use my controller when I'm out of the menus. And I just started using the controller, so don't want to leave the garage. No, actually, what I want to do is come over here, take a look at my snapshots. Okay, so you got some really cool things here in your snapshots. You got the latest snapshots in the community. You can go through them, you can like them, and such. You can take a look at the most liked screenshots so far, that's just awesome customization. Let's take a quick look here. Last week's winner. Very, very nicely done. Very nicely done. Okay, and we come up to my snapshots, which I just started, doing. Obviously, here we go. So let me come down. This is the one that we just did. We'll hide that, and that just looks so beautiful. I'm loving this. I don't know if it's going to come across on the YouTube or not. Several different stuff. You get daily challenges. We're going to get exit to the garage and go into our just campaign type of stuff. There's tons of different things to do in here. Now, thing is, they kind of, the way I feel it at this point is they've taken the best of everything in the past few years in terms of their different games, and they've kind of put it all into this. So unlike NFS Most Wanted, what was it, 2012 or whatever when that came out, where you'd crash into something like even like a fire hydrant and you just blow up and everything. They don't do that anymore. At least that doesn't happen. Driving is so nice in this game. Let me get the controller activated here. Yeah. It's definitely different than any type that you've had before in the past. In terms of driving, it does feel completely different. We're going to go ahead and maybe hit...
Insane, man. Oh, serious skill, Magnus Walker. Look out.
Let me find Spike here.
I'm going to head over to Longhorn. See you there.
I don't want to accept the crew invite. Not right now. No, I don't want to accept a crew invite right now. How do I get out of crew invite? Escape. Thank you. I was busy in the middle of my stuff. So we're gonna go. We want to go to Longhorn. We're gonna teleport here instead of just driving. No, we could drive. Just gonna teleport. Try to do one of these runs here. See what's up. Just kind of show it to you. Driving is really nice. Like I said, I've done it with the keyboard. It's pretty good with the keyboard, actually. You can make it work if you're good with the keyboard. I don't want to enter the location because then I'll have to edit the video out a little bit more. So let's go over to try to take a quick look over here. Otherwise, we'll end up editing out the cutscenes. Cutscenes usually have different, various music backgrounds and things going on, and I don't feel like dealing with that. So there's the diner. Yeah, that's pretty cool looking. Let me just grab a screenshot. Boom, just like that. Just like that. Okay, we'll see if I have to edit this part out or not. Okay, so I had to cut that scene out because, again, there was background music in there. So you'll miss out on the cutscenes, but that's okay. So, moving along here. Let's see if we can pick up... I was just at the Longhorn, wasn't I? Maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. Show location on map. Yeah. Route. Oh, no, I was not there. Teleport to the Longhorn? No? Oh, am I doing the wrong one? Wow. See, this is what happens when you're trying to record all this live and so forth and so on. But so far, yeah, I'm pretty impressed with what they've done in terms of the game. No, we don't want to enter the location right now. What we'll do is we'll just grab up one of these here, start the event. You'll find this is live. You're put on a server, kind of like Need for Speed Rivals. If you played it, you had the server that you had a certain amount of players on the server with you at all times. So that's what's happening here now. Unlike in Rivals where you could actually turn that off, you cannot turn that off here. So just keep that in mind. However, if I want to show you the map, I can show you the map maybe. You can take a look around. Guys, this map is huge, okay? So there is a lot to explore and a lot to do in this game. They put a lot in terms of, I guess what is this, Ventura City or whatever. So I've got a lot to cover, and hopefully we'll get some good gameplays and stuff out on it as well. So let's get this started. Let's do turbo ducking. I've done this once or twice before. You can play this like solo, as in against the AI, or you can play this with whoever's on the server simply by hitting the right button, and then everybody shows up, and then it's all out crazy war like so. And things never go well for me, and I don't know how I managed to get in front of everybody so fast. So some of these races you'll find people are like racing the other way purposely, and you know, stuff that classic Need for Speed that you're used to in terms of players just being players. Whoops, my bad. I'll use some of my nitrous to get myself back up there. Nitrous feels really good in this game. It's not like it's, you know, it's only overpowered. It feels like a real, more like a real nitrous boost type of thing going on. You're not going to suddenly, like in the older versions of the game, skyrocket up by another 300 miles per hour. So I really like how they did that. It's still arcadey in terms of the game itself, but overall it does feel so much better, tighter in terms of driving experience. And I say that as in you actually do have a driving experience by doing this, versus feeling like you're just pure arcade before. So cars do feel a little differently. Also, if you start out at a career, you know, you start this journey out, whatever you want to call it, you can actually go into the settings and reset start from the beginning anytime you want. You can pick out a different car to start with. When they put me in the game initially, I had Mustang, but I went ahead and I changed that, and I chose my Subaru. Most of you guys know I drive a Subaru during the day is my real car anyway, so I chose it. The BRZ was what was available, but yeah, and I like it so far. Now down here you'll see the 5 different categories that you can go through in terms of leveling up, and you'll see I hit all of them there, getting XP bonuses, if you will. So the world is fully free and open to you, and you'll see people driving around all the time. And you can just drive to races if you want, and you can check your map and drift contest. Gosh, I don't know if I even can do that with this. Should we try it? Yeah, what the hell, we'll try it. I did it once before. I did it on the keyboard, I think, before, so earn the most drift score. Let's see if I can do it now using the controller. It's really, whoa, crap. There's a lot of guys out here now. They've done a pretty good job, like I said. I'm very impressed. I'm glad they took their time in getting this out on PC. You know, no frame rate drops. It's not doing anything crazy. It's solid performance for me anyway, based off of my setup, and I'm happy with that. Whoa. Like I said, there's guys going the wrong way purposely. So yeah, just gotta watch out for that. I'm hoping that I can get more people into my crew friends list here over time. I don't expect everybody to go out and buy the game at full price and stuff, especially if you're not really wanting to spend full price, and I get it. You probably want to wait till you see some more stuff from me as well, because right now I'm so early in the stages of the game. But so far I would say it's probably surpassed my expectations, because my expectations were quite low for a Need for Speed game at this point, after all the crap that has come out in the past couple of years that they pulled. They've really done a good job on this. But I've got a lot left to explore. It's still my understanding that we have a limited amount of slots that you can have now in terms of cars in your own garage, so I have to be very careful how I play that out. I'm trying here. I'm trying. Oh, damn it. Oh, damn it. That was not cool at all. Well, I still got first, but I drove into a couple people. Or they drove into me, whatever you want to call it. So, but yeah. Comments, questions below. I just wanted to get something out there on it, kind of start showing to you guys as I try to figure out what I best want to do. Sometimes we'll probably just do some races. You may just see me do races without chatting. All depends upon what it is. Looks like I've got new stuff in stock now that I can do because I leveled up, which is kind of cool. As you can see, there's lots of people around. Always lots of things going on. I'm very, very happy with it. So stay tuned. Comments, questions, tell me if you want to see anything in particular. Like I said, there's a lot of different challenges and stuff going on in the game. A lot for me to still discover and do. And so we'll definitely have some video footage on it, I think. Visit Vista. Check that shit out. That is awesome. El Rey Pier. Awesome. One of 30 collected. So now I got to collect photos as well. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next episodes.